After turmeric, we bring you another popular kitchen herb, that is ginger. This is how a ginger plant looks. And this is what we have in our kitchen. The biological source of ginger, it consists of the rhizomes, just like the rhizomes in the case of turmeric. Ginger also consists of the rhizomes of Zingiber officinale, belonging to the family Zingiberaceae. There are varieties of ginger like Cochin ginger, Jamaican ginger and African ginger. Being a very important medicinal plant, it finds its place in the Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia of India as well as the Indian pharmacopoeia. These are the official books published by the government, which consists of the monograph, that is the details of this particular medicinal plant. But the popularity of ginger is not just limited to India. Its monograph finds its place in the official pharmacopoeias and the official books of the other countries as well, like Germany, Britain and the Europe. Ginger consists of valuable phytoconstituents. The main class of phytoconstituents are oleoresins, out of which zingiberine and gingerol are very important constituents. All these constituents, including the shogaols and zingerone, have been found to be effective against cough. But you might ask that is there any antiviral activity on the respiratory tract which is brought about by ginger or its constituents? Well, for that we first need to know about something which is known as a cell line. Cell lines are the cells of the organs of the human body itself, which are grown outside the human body in a controlled environment. The effect of any medicine against any disease is first checked on these cell lines so as to know how effective the medicine would be if the disease occurred in the actual human body. Now, as far as the human respiratory tract is concerned, two cell lines are available. One is HEP2, which is the cell line of the upper respiratory tract, and the other one is A549, which is the cell line of the lower respiratory tract. When it was found that fresh ginger was effective against the human respiratory syncytial virus in both these cell lines, that is the upper respiratory tract as well as the lower respiratory tract. Now, whenever any virus attacks the human body, the first thing that it needs to do is it needs to attach itself to the human body and then it needs to internalize. Let us just take an example of a thief who wants to steal a gold chain from your house. What will the thief have to do in the first step? Well, first the thief will have to come to your house and do something with the locks, do something with the doors and the windows, attach to the house. And in the second step, he will get inside the house. Only after these two steps are complete, he will be able to steal the gold chain from your house. So it is the same in the case of any virus. It first needs to attach itself to the human body, for which it needs the G protein, and then it needs to internalize itself, that is get inside the tissues of the human body, for which it requires the F protein. Well, fresh ginger inhibits both the above proteins in the HRSV, that is the human respiratory syncytial virus, and that is how it neutralizes the first two steps of the virus attack itself. You may ask that all these activities, they are on either the animals or on cell lines, but has anything been done on the actual human body? Well, randomized controlled trials have been conducted where patients were fed with a diet enriched with ginger, showing significant effects. Serum levels of interleukin 1, interleukin 6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha were found to be reduced. Well, these are the constituents of the body which are usually found in a higher amount when the infection is severe. In this case, they were brought under control after the patients were fed with a diet having ginger. Then a higher level of RBC glutathione was observed. Glutathione is an antioxidant inside the human body which neutralizes the harmful free radicals generated within the body. An improvement in oxygenation, that is, the oxygen taking capacity of the patients, was also observed. And a decrease in the use of a ventilator was observed, which means patients could start breathing by themselves rather than only rely on a ventilator. And the patients were also relieved from the ICU earlier. So, quite a good amount of work has been done, even from the modern perspective, on ginger regarding the respiratory tract. But what's in it for us to explore further? Well, there are so many phytoconstituents which are being worked upon. There are the shogaols, there is gingerone, even semi-synthetic derivatives are being worked upon. That is, taking the natural constituents, isolating them from ginger, and then using the laboratory techniques, making any sort of a change in the functional groups of those constituents, whereby new constituents can be generated. Those constituents may even have better activity than the original constituents. So this sort of work is being done, and it is going to be done in the future as well. Mechanisms of action of ginger can be studied. How does ginger act in the various other disorders? Which are the receptors, metabolites and intermediates involved in this activity of ginger? Standardization again is something which is very important, very much required. There is so much of adulteration perhaps in each medicinal plant. In case of ginger, there is exhausted ginger which is used to adulterate the original ginger. So how will we know that the product is of the right quality or not? Ayurveda has done its part. It has given us all the details about the medicinal plant, given all its effects, and we have been using it in our kitchen since centuries as well. But when we are buying something from the market, after paying money, does it have the standard quality? Well, to check that, standardization is required, and for that there are many techniques which are there, like chromatography, spectral analysis, and so many other things are also there. So all these studies need to be done. Novel formulations can be made as well, so that the ginger is palatable to all people of the all age groups. Like for example, something like ginger cakes. And any one of you who is there in the agriculture department, there is a rot in ginger as well, just like in the case of turmeric. So can there be any agri solutions which prevent the rot and which prevent the decrease in the yield of the ginger constituents? Well, a lot can be explored further. Thank you.